Good day. I'm going to talk to you about astral combat in a sleep paralysis situation. So sleep paralysis is pretty gnarly if you are not used to it. So you're going to enter sleep paralysis. You might still be in the physical body, or you might couple to the astral body but stay within the physical head. Either way, it's super confusing because you're receiving input almost directly from the bodies that you're not coupled with. And of course, you're receiving input from the body that you're currently in. And this is very confusing. You will perceive a lot of your other bodies. Well, there's only three of them that I know of: the subtle body, the astral body, and the physical body. You might perceive one or two of these bodies as separate beings. You'll detect them as a presence in your room. And as soon as you start attacking these bodies, it's going to fatigue you greatly. It almost feel like you've woken out of a seizure when you're done. And you don't want to do that. So to deal with this situation, you have to move away from the physical body. You have to get used to leaving this presence around your physical body, alone with it. You can't be afraid of this because it's going to make things a bit difficult for you. You have to get rid of the fear, and you have to leave this physical body where it is. You have to go outside of the room, get away from it. Otherwise, you're going to have all this mixed input. So if it's a immaterial being that's not aware of physical matter too well, it's going to follow you. It's going to follow your awareness. It'll just see the physical body as some sort of insignificant matter. It doesn't really care about it. The ones that care about the physical body, that are concerned about it, that understand it, are usually immaterial beings that are not disruptive at all. They're usually pretty pleasant. And then of course there's ghosts. Ghosts can manipulate physical matter because they've been in a certain state that allows them to do this to a certain extent and be disruptive. But usually a ghost is a very disturbed, primitive human, or was human, and they just don't have a lot of power over you. I mean, there are certain ghosts that are over 100 years old in older houses that have been around long enough to be able to like throw things around the house and make certain parts of your body feel really cold or grab you in certain ways. But as soon as the physical body becomes damaged by these beings, you will be drawn back to the body, so you don't need to be concerned about it. So it doesn't matter how the physical body gets damaged. This is what happens every time. So you leave the physical body, you get away from it, and when you're away from it, the being will typically follow your awareness. Or you can actually call it out towards you if it doesn't follow you, and then you can assess whether or not it's a threat and try to combat it. It's way easier to combat a being when you're away from your physical body than if you are in a sleep paralysis state, if you're coupled or within the physical head. When you're in the physical head and you're in sleep paralysis, it's like you have all this fear because you don't know what the input is all about. You detect this presence, you feel like you can't move, and these beings, the disruptive ones are going to use the fear against you, and you want to get out and be confident and combat them away from the physical body. That is the key to this situation. And that's it for this video. I hope you learned something. I'll see you later.